Alright, let's get started. What's a good average accuracy for Tracer? About 35 on the low side and 48 on my best game. That's decent. I mean, you probably want it around like 40. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I want you probably would want to try, if you want a marker to try to stick to, like 42 is a pretty good percentage. I love this screen, by the way. It's I think it depends. 43, yeah. If I'm not fully focused, it's because I'm taking notes right now, so sorry if I miss something up or confuse you. No, that's fine. You're fine, my man.
5.
Alright,
4,
F10.
3,
Nope, not that.
1. Round 1.
Alright, F10. Alright, let me...
The bellow.
Okay. So you're lucky. You're lucky that their Winston decided to do this weird, like, flanky thing instead of doing what he should have done, which was frontlining. So you have to consider what is Torb. So we have frontliners and we have flankers and we have off-anglers and we have brawlers and we have mid-range, mid-range brawlers and we have this and we have that. What is Torb? What is he? What kind of DPS is he? Everything if I'm on him. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. You've identified the problem, but what should he be? What should Torb be as a damage dealer? That's a misunderstanding. Frontline and off-angle damage. That's actually a misunderstanding. He's neither frontline nor an off-angle damage dealer. He's actually neither one. So the ideal for a Torb, right? The ideal for a Torb, quote unquote, is not off-angling because you don't really want to use your overload as an escape ability. Like, yes, it adds armor, but you don't want to be using an escape ability because adding armor is one of the effects. But the better effect is the fire rate increase, right? So just like Anonade, it's like, yeah, okay, it does a lot of healing and it's AoE heals, sure, and if you can utilize that along with the purples, great. But we really want to use the Anonade for purples, right? Like, so it's one of these abilities that has two effects, but one effect is more impactful than the other. Now, can you use it to get out of situations or to add to your health pool? Yeah, absolutely. Should you sometimes? Yeah, absolutely. But the main effect is really the fire rate, more so than anything else. Let me get this ticking off the screen. Okay, more than anything else, the fire rate is really what we want to go after. It's cool. So is really what we want to go after. So yes. Okay. So yes, Torb can off-angle. Yes, he can frontline. But the issue is you're using your E wrong, and this is really what I was trying to get at, is he can frontline, but only for like 5 seconds. And the reason you're saying he can off-angle is because he has a turret and he has E, but you don't really want to use E to get out, and you have to have a get-out ability to be an off-angler. That's kind of the point, right? So you have to have a get-out ability to be an off-angler, and his get-out ability is really his offensive potential ability, not his defensive potential, right? So we want to use E offensively more than defensively as much as we can. Okay, we want to be on our forward foot, not our back foot, as much as we can. So because of that, you were playing an off angle, and then you didn't play the mid-range brawler. He's a mid-range brawler. That's what he is. Okay, he's a mid-range brawler that can hit E, turn into a frontline brawler for 5 seconds, and then he has to go back to the mid-range brawler. That's what Torb is. But we're nowhere near the front line, and we're nowhere near the mid line. we're in the back line, off-angling and trying to counterflank. Or peel, rather, okay? And we were peeling for things that at the time didn't exist. We were peeling for things that there was nothing to peel for. Then suddenly a monkey appeared and you're like, oh, look, something fell in my lap. Lucky me, okay? So a change in playstyle would be probably necessary to climb with Torb. Again, you're using it defensively, not offensively, and when you are using it defensively, you don't need to. And this is the second time your Reinhardt's died where you could have helped him live.
Look at you. My baby.
This is decent. This is fine. Your accuracy's fine. Your positioning's not bad. It's just you're kind of playing the wrong style. So again, it's just defensive. Like that cooldown usage is not there. Also, your turret your turret placements are not good. Why? What possible reason for you have for that? Okay.
Let's get started. I'm overloaded.
Your shotgun. You wrong fire rate. Fire rate. Wrong button.
I have
Okay.
big plans for you.
So let's talk about a few things. Okay. Which is better? A Torb turret that has all of the lines of sight and can shoot anything, but anything can shoot it. Or a Torb turret that stays alive and is a consistent threat, even if it's like consistent damage threat, even if it's not, it doesn't have all the line of sight. Which one's better? Depends on what time of the fight. No, not really. Okay, it depends. Okay, depends on what time in the fight. At what time in the fight would you want something that has all lines of sight? That's just like wide in the open has all lines of sight. Pre-fight? Okay, but if it's destroyed, then now you don't have that cooldown for 10 seconds. That's the thing, is you're saying like pre-fight you want it out in the open and aggressive and things like that, but it's destroyed, and now 10 seconds into the fight you don't have a turret and you have to randomly throw it out 10 seconds into a fight. 10 seconds into a fight, you might not be alive anymore. No one on your team might be alive anymore. That's the thing though. Like whatever you place your turret as, if it's there at the beginning of a fight, it's gotta survive there for at least a few seconds into the fight, or else it's not gonna get any value ever, right? What good is damage during the pre-fight? You get ult charge, okay? Great. You have molten core 10% faster, but you've lost 3 fights. So think through it a little bit more in depth than I'm gonna get ult charge like this. Yay, right? I'm not saying that's what you're doing at all, but throw your turret in a position where it's consistently be a threat, but it's not like white out in the open where someone just goes, oh, bam, 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 moving on. Okay. You're using your E defensively. Don't use it defensively. Use it offensively as much as possible. If you're gonna die, fine, use it, but don't use it. You gotta use it offensively way more, like at all. And then you got a frontline brawl with your Reinhardt a little bit. You got a shotgun ability. You need to use it. That just got buffed too. We need to try to use it. Like, why did we E there? Like, what was the point of this? Now, okay, and the turret just got destroyed. We're gonna enter this fight with literally no cooldowns. Say there's Zarya fed. Like, we entered the fight with near... He ulted your turret. Interesting. Like, we're entering fights with no cooldowns because we frontlined, felt like we were too aggressive, so we E to try to get out even though we were fine. And then we aggressively turreted on top of that. Okay, that was kind of just bad positioning. So you actually heard, I don't know if you heard it, but I heard it. You actually heard the Doomfist go up top there, so you got to know there's a Doomfist up there, and it's kind of iffy on that positioning now. And they know where you are because you threw a turret, right? Ooh, that turret makes it up there, actually. Good, better. You pick up the Mega behind you, but it's okay. It's not gonna hurt you much.
Such potential.
I mean, okay. It's a better turret. It's still not great, but it's a better turret. Why? Why? The fact that got 2. Dude, you just do that on point. Like, if you're gonna do something like that, where you're gonna preemptively say like, okay, we're at 99%, they're gonna try to come in and contest. Let's do something about this. If you're gonna do that, you have to do it in such a way where it's like it covers the point more so than. Again, like, we got to switch between the shotguns a little more fluidly. Yeah. So you're lucky that your healers are better than theirs, because they're full, like, committing to a front line. You're not. Yet your Ryan's staying up okay. The other thing is you're lucky that they're also playing Doomfist. And going on these off angles all the time and thinking that they can 1v1 you or something like that and losing. Because if it wasn't for those kills, you'd be having a bad game. So if it wasn't for this one player, like, not really feeding, but just like losing 1v1s, it's not a great game. Alright. So he finally didn't go after you with that. If we're gonna use E for a shield break, you have to. It's like Hanzo. If you're gonna use a Storm Marrow or Torb's Overload for shield break, make sure that breaking the shield actually ends up being some kind of win condition, more than just killing the Reinhardt. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure that pin should have hit actually. That seemed very, very curved to me, but maybe they like sped boost at the last second, made it curve more.
I foresee great things for you. Turrets being destroyed.
See, like, why? I don't know why we E. Like, we E at the weirdest spots. We overload at the weirdest spots.
Such potential. Hurting the villain. Need healing. Meteor strike.
I'm not sure what's happening with the rest of the team, but for some reason, no one else pushed in. That's really all that happened. I'm not sure really what happened with the rest of your team. They should have pushed in, but they didn't. Oh, the third effect is the movement ability, obviously. Like, you move faster, but I just meant the fire rate more so than anything else. And see, that's a better turret, because it covers the area that we're currently trying to fight in. Again, why? Dude, the fact that these are getting kills is really not okay. So the reason I said why is you threw literally 4 of your 8 into the Reinhardt shield. And also they like, you want to do that where in a way where they can only go really one direction, is either into your thing or into more threats for your team. But you throw it when they can go back, left, forward to the right, or back into your team. Like, there's a lot of directions they could go. So it shouldn't get value, but it does anyway. Again, again, we're going to enter this fight with no cooldowns. I guess the turret's still up, but you're lucky that ended, dude.
I'm overloading.
You're doing. I mean, you're. That kind of off angle is a little bit better, but again, remember now that your front line's kind of weak.
Turning up the heat.
Did you do that on purpose? That's a decent turret too, by the way. It's not an off angle. It's not it's not impossible for, like, the lines of sight are decent. Your E's and your ults are random. I mean, just completely random. And why were we holding W into that too? Oh, that was a misclick? Okay. Okay, we're gonna switch to Tracer at the end. Is this the end? No, y'all lose this round. Spoilers. I decided to just throw after that? Why are you throwing? Your Tracer isn't throwing, unless you're actually saying you're throwing. Do you just sit here the whole time? You didn't send in a VOD where you actually throw, right? Oh god. Don't sit on point with beat. Go kill something. You are a 900 health Tracer. Do not just sit on point with beat. Go kill something. It's unfortunate. He didn't even kill you. The Ana killed you. Okay, do you want to stop there for you just want this to be a Torb VOD? You just want to stop there, or do you want to keep going? Because now we're getting into like every time you switch characters, it's a completely different VOD basically. Roast your Tracer? I'm not gonna roast anything. Oh, you switched to Ashe. Okay. Torb got 3. Oh, there's Tracer.
I'm not checking in.
The objective is now active.
I like how they have a Bastion and your solution is immediately go Tracer. Were we waiting for an invitation? What were we doing? Your Zarya literally just heard that entire thing charge up and didn't bother to... Why did you recall? There's no threat on you. You're down like 50 health. Oh my god. I like how it gives credit to the Doomfist. Like, that pushed you in. Oh my god. You're just using cooldowns randomly. Like, there's no... Like, your cooldown usage is completely random. You recall, there's no threats on you. You know, you E, there's no threats on you. You E defensively constantly instead of offensively. You know, you're just... It's not even a I don't know, like... Anyone else doing damage to the Bastion? Hello? How are you Hudson, what are you, 15? How are you washed? I don't think you do not... Okay, I thought you were about to pulse bomb a Zarya coming out of spawn. I'm just gonna freaking rage on you. You did it! Why? She has bubbles, dude. Okay. Why you didn't go into health packs on either side? Don't know. You're not washed. You can't be washed at 15. There's no way. Stop playing Hero Roulette.
Hey.
Is this a decent pick, though? Let me look. Bastion, Doom. It's okay. It's as good as anything else, really.
Echo here.
Oh, that'll do.
I guess Pharaoh is probably one of the better ones. But you don't have a Mercy, so... You did a really good job shooting the wall, though. Like, through the wall. I wasn't trying to insult you there. Like, I meant you attracted well through the wall. Like, if the wall wasn't there, you would have hit all of that. That was meant actually to be a compliment.
Need healing.
Doom is kind of rolling. 16, not the youngster I used to be. Oh my god. Okay, well they're down 2. Okay, well, I think that's enough of that. Alright, so let's just go to the blackboard here. Okay, so I haven't drawn it. I didn't draw it all, but on Torb, E offensively, more, just more in general, like just at all, right? 2 is you're a mid-range brawler that has some functionality on the off angles and the other thing, the front line, right? You have some functionality, but you're a mid-range brawler. That's what Torb is, more so than anything else. I hope my... Can you see this? Hold on, you might not be able to see this because my face cam is in the way. Yeah, my face cam is in the way. Well, all right, we're gonna have to turn that off then. Okay. Mid-range brawler, E more offensively. 3, like just alt usage in general. Like the point of a Torb ult is to cut off lines of retreat or angles or to deny an area. It's really just to deny an area, right? It's to deny an area. It's not to get kills. It's to deny an area. And if you deny an area so strongly that they have to be in that area, then you're going to get kills. But you kind of just were just like, whatever, just now. Like, I think you used Torb about 5 times, and I didn't like a single one of them. The timing wasn't always bad, but the placement almost always was. So, like, E more offensively, less defensively, because you just need to. Like, not purely, it should be like 70-30 or something, like some kind of that percentage, 80-20, something like that. 80-20. Something along these lines offensively, okay? Now, these change drastically with what kind of game you're playing, but you get the point, okay? You're a mid-range brawler, stop going off angles and help your main tank more, because the damage of a Torb coming down the barrel at the other main tank actually does a lot of pressure, and so you're going to need that. And then just ult appropriately, more so than anything. Your Tracer, stop playing scared. I think this is the only thing I'm going to say about this. Stop playing scared. You literally recalled out of every possible thing, no matter what kind of damage is coming in, no matter what kind of threat you recalled. You flitted around the fight well, but you very rarely engaged. And you slowed your AP amount way, way down because you were like, oh God, what if I die? And you were just like, slow. Okay? Can you slow down sometimes? Sure, but not all the time.